Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I was out on my day off running errands and just, goofing off, like going to stores, safely of course, but more and more people are getting out as people are getting vaccinated. I wanted to take you to a discount store called Rose's, and it's one of my favorite places to go into when I just want to see, what's new and inexpensive. Hello. So the merchandise is on the, I don't want to say cheap, it's on the cheap side, okay, I'll just be honest. But I feel like going into places like this, let's go look at the plants. They look kind of pitiful. I mean, there are some nice ones. The onions looked okay. And one of the reasons I love this store so much is that they will get more and more plants as the weather gets warmer. They will have roses and all sorts of shrubs and trees and vegetables and just, the basic bedding plants. Well, didn't see much in the way of plants. Let's go on inside. There's some chairs here that would be nice and expensive chairs if you needed some for your yard. No credit needed. Okay.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, you can see my feet walking through the store. And my age spot on my hand. Oh, look at the statuary. So that's definitely not real stone. I don't like to record people when I'm going through the store, so I always put my camera down. I don't want to be intrusive. I love to look at the t-shirts and things like that. They have every once in a while, some really cool t-shirts, and there was one about coffee that really grabbed my attention. I almost bought it, not here, these are some jackets that I was just flipping through, but I almost bought the coffee t-shirt. I thought it would be so cute to wear it over like a lace cami with long sleeves. With the lace having long sleeves, it wouldn't be a t-shirt, but then tie the t-shirt as in a knot over to one side to wear at work. So I liked this one enough to pull it out and really think about it. And it's in an extra large size, which would have been long and really nice to knot on one side. But I ended up not getting it because I'm just trying to be really careful with money right now. More t-shirts. And I don't know if anybody else remembers that saying about how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. I was born in the 60s, and I definitely remember that commercial in the 70s. Oh my goodness, I've been so nostalgic lately, just looking back and thinking about things. And sometimes my daughter, she'll be 22 this summer. She's my baby. So I've got one that'll be 33 this year, but I see her posting this stuff on Facebook about nostalgia, about her childhood, about things that she remembers, and speak up if you know you're a child from this generation or this generation. And that all seems so new to me because it was around when I was raising my kids. It's amazing how the generations go by, and I don't know, it's just had me feeling really nostalgic, and it's kind of a happy, sad feeling all at the same time. And it makes me laugh when I look at the things she posts about being old. Okay, so one of the things that I definitely find at Rose's, and this is one of the reasons I go in here, is the leg wear, hosiery, tights. I found some amazing, they were called tights, but they're almost, and fishnet sounds too risque. They were more like the decorative knitted tights that have the beautiful designs. And the first time I ever had a pair of these, my sweet Jason bought them for me at a boutique in Chapel Hill. And I would wear them out with my dresses and my boots, and everybody would just oh, where did you get those? Where did you get those? I'll try to find a picture to insert so that you can see what they look like. And I have no idea what he paid for them. They were at a kind of a higher end store, the ones he bought for me. And I would joke with my girlfriends, he's a keeper because he buys me things like this. Like he's amazing like that. He's got really good taste, and he's, you know, he wants to see me happy. So there's no controlling issue. There's none of that. Anyway, I digress. But I was amazed to find sort of knockoff versions of those in this very store in roses, of the tights that were knit with all these patterns in them, and they were like $2 a pair, $3 a pair, something like that. So I bought about 7 pairs. I have also from time to time found really nice shirts, sometimes in brands that you would find in, you know, not super high-end stores, but kind of middle of the way, middle of the road, whatever you want to say. I'm too tired to try to come up with right words at this point. They have some cute things for kids, a lot of clothing for men. And again, this is not, you know, this is not super expensive stuff. That being said, I have found things in here that I have worn for a long time and have truly enjoyed. Some of my favorite leggings have come from a roses store, and it was one of the outings where I met my mom and my sister for coffee, and we went into a roses, and they had an entire fixture full of the best leggings, and my sister and I both just stocked up. And honestly, that's been a few years ago, and I still to this day am enjoying those leggings that were about $7 a pair. One of the main reasons I came in here today was to look for storage items for my element. I love using my element like a little haven for myself. I think I've told you all, I take my lunch break in a shopping center that's really busy. I love to go out to my vehicle and just sit inside, and I've kind of quote unquote tricked out the back of the element so that I can sit in there, and it's like my little living room in the parking lot. But you know, there's something to that. I don't know if it's because of what I've been through, how many times I've moved, how many little, you know, sentimental material things I've lost, but I like for my element to feel like a place where I have comfort and a place where I can survive, so to speak. And the main reason I walked in here today was to look for storage solutions. I'm planning really soon to do a video for you of, you know, what I've done. There's my dress. Just had to sort of show that off. That's a thrift store find. I love that dress. I cannot wear dresses to work right now because of the kind of work I do. I have to wear jeans or khakis, and then I have an overgarment that is, well, it's a vest that I have to wear that goes along with the store kind of branding or whatever, with pockets for me to carry my radio, all that stuff. But what am I talking about here? Hello. I get sidetracked so easily in here. But yeah, I wanted to look for storage solutions, and I really want to do a video soon for you of things I've done in the elements so far. I love it. I love my little vehicle. You know, my oldest son tells me it looks like a retro toaster, and you know the shape of the elements. When they first came out with those shapes, and what was the first one might have been a totally different manufacturer, but the Cube, and I think it was originally geared towards younger people, but older people started to buy those vehicles because of the square footage inside and how much you could store in there. Like the vehicle itself had a smaller footprint than some of the big SUVs, but it had more space because of the way it was built inside. Anyway, I'm not looking for anything big. Like, I'm not planning to live in the element, but I've got some just really cute things in there right now so that I can have my little lunch break out there. I love some of these paintings. In fact, one was really inspiring to me, and I'm going to try to kind of recreate the thought on one of my art pages. And this type of thing, okay, light bulbs, what is it called? The like bungee cords where you can secure things into place. The lights, the little battery operated lights. I love car things. I always look at this section in the Dollar Tree as well. And this, I'm just looking for ways to have things secure, have extra things that I need. Why do people spray paint? That's one of the biggest things where I work, is that people open cans of spray paint and they just spray. There are signs at eye level for every age and every direction. And let me tell you, I was working last weekend. We had such a busy day. I was exhausted, and I love my customers. I'm very big on customer service, making things a good shopping experience. And I was tired. My feet were throbbing. We had so many customers, so many questions, and I was cutting fabric for someone. And just about that time, I heard a spray can go off, like spray paint being sprayed onto something. I dropped those scissors and I told my guest, "Excuse me." And I went over and, "Who's spraying paint? Who is spraying that?" And it blew my mind, because it was a child with an adult, and the child had the cap off of the spray paint spraying. So the adult apologized. "Oh, I'm sorry." Anyway, it really is mind-boggling to me how people will trash a retail setting. And if you want to know why prices go up, factor that into your calculations. So I love some of this statuary, even though it's not real stone. Some of it's kind of cute. Some of it I don't like at all. But I don't know. If you know me, you might know which ones would appeal to me and which ones wouldn't. They do have a few food items and roses. I like to look and pick out things that maybe I can store in the element when I don't have time to grab something for lunch, if I've had a busy day and I don't have time to pack things. Now at this point, I've made my way back across the store to the ladies' clothing again and the babies department. There are some interesting things that seem to be just specialty or seasonal. So look at this bag with the Obamas. The black and white one is cool. And then there's another little bag here. I like that, but I could tell by the material that would not hold up for me. I'm too, I don't want to say rough, but I'm too busy. It just wouldn't hold up. So we're coming to an end here. I just wanted to share my walkthrough at Rose's. Look at all this beautiful bright fabric. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for walking through here with me, and I will be back really soon. Bye for now.